I'm quitting The Sims for good. Not actually. However, I am feeling extreme burnout from the game. So we're going to dive into all the reasons that I'm feeling this way and why you may be feeling this way, and also talk about why I'm doing still some content in The Sims. I think the biggest one of all are bugs. I don't think you can play Sims 4 without experiencing at least 5 to 10 bugs in one game. Right now, Sims is sort of putting duct tape over a broken pipe and hoping that it stays alive and works, and that's not a long-term solution. Some of the bugs are absolutely hysterical, and I love them, and it's what makes Sims unique. For example, having a biblically accurate Sims child appear in my game, but there are other things like Sims refusing to take care of their children, the wedding pack not being able to even host a wedding, and so many others where Sims don't move, they get stuck, they just absolutely break down. It makes the game unplayable to do any sort of story-based or in real life gameplay outside of building. Now again, so I'm not a total I am gonna also mention some things that Sims is doing that I think is really fabulous, and one of those is its inclusivity. The Sims has always been at the forefront of being progressive and just being supportive of minority communities across the board. The most recent, of course, being the Pride release of a whole bunch of cool furniture items and flags during Pride Month that was free for the base game. I think things like that are what makes me want to stay committed to The Sims, because even in the face of everything that's going on in the freaking world, they are standing true to their ground and their morals, and I really do love that. So that is one thing that will always keep me making content for The Sims, because of how proud I am that they are proud of people like me. Second big one for me is EA and their constant release of new packs and kits. It's gotten out of hand, in my opinion. At some point, we have to look at the game and say, is this too much? Are we asking people to spend too much money on our game for not enough value? I think the answer is yes. After just like a quick Google search, there are 19 expansion packs, 12 game packs, 19 stuff packs, and 19 kits. That is so much content for people to purchase. Now I get it. The base game is free now. It's fabulous. We're all celebrating. It's fantastic. However, you have to literally spend over $1,000 to achieve all the content that is possible in The Sims. There is no game on the face of this earth that costs that much to unlock all of the content. My next big point, no Sims 5. Everyone has different opinions on it, from Project Renee to Sims 5 not happening, etc., etc. But again, my big opinion is they need to move on from The Sims 4. It is living in a system and a code that is not usable in 2025. I know that they recently released something stating that they didn't want to make a new game because of the amount of content they had released for Sims 4. But here's my number one thought. I would rather have all my money spent in Sims 4 and experience a brand new world and life in Sims 5 and put more money into that and let Sims 4 be what it is, than trying to continue to regurgitate content out for this specific game that's going to keep breaking. Now, there are competitors out there who are trying to do the same thing, and they're not doing it very well. For example, Inzoi being the biggest one. Inzoi, let's be real, had really ambitious ideas. The early access was super slay. Everyone was into it, but then it fell off. Inzoi fell off harder than my girlfriend in 9th grade when I came out as gay. Wasn't supposed to happen, and girl was in an entire mess. And now there's nobody playing it. Nobody wants it. It's not really a popular game right now, even with new DLC coming out. Sims should take a note from that, look at what went wrong, but also try and take the ideas that Inzoi was trying to accomplish and use their massive, giant budget to make something new and exciting for the community. One of the reasons I'm feeling the burnout from the game still, and this is like a smaller reason, but still important, I think, is the community. There are either Sims lovers or Sims haters, and then there are some people in the middle who sort of understand that you can be both. I feel like I am both in a lot of ways, that I critique the game, but also have a love for the game. Sometimes people will come at me for that, and this is mostly because I'm a creator, right? Obviously, individuals are not going to be feeling this the way that I do, but there also is a very strong toxicity in the community around the game, around creators playing the game. I felt it. I've had people come into my DMs and attack me for not playing the game on my stream. games. I am someone who likes to protect my peace, especially in the year of 2025, and I just feel like I don't want to put up with that. Now, are there absolutely fabulous people, and have I made some of my best friends in the Sims community? Absolutely, but there are some extremely obsessive and angry people about this game, and I think ultimately that is also driving a lot of the issues forward in the game itself, and things aren't getting fixed because of that. I really think that the community itself needs to be less critiquing without fixes and more so trying to offer solutions to the Sims genre as a whole. However, a bright spot for me in the community and a bright spot in Sims in general that makes the game the most enjoyable thing of all for me are modders. Modders in this game are saints. I don't think people sort of really fully comprehend what modders do in the Sims community compared to other game genres. They are actively fixing the game and adding insane amounts of gameplay for free. And the other thing is they're fast as guys. I mean, come on. I have literally never seen mods be updated so fast when an update comes out other than in the Sims community. I don't know what these people are on, and I love you for it because you're fabulous, but somehow an update comes out that breaks the entire game and all the mods, and the modders are like, give me 5 minutes, girl. And they're on their computer, clacky, 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 and all of a sudden their mods are fixed. What? And on the same token, with the Sims community, we also have to understand that there's a lot of tech that goes into modding, and asking and complaining every time that a mod breaks is unfair to those creators. Ultimately, I think it's the most important thing, and we really shouldn't be complaining about it. We just have to get better at learning how to update our mods. I'm sorry, I've said it, I'm putting it out there, and if I hear one more person complain to me about it, I might lose my goddamn head. That's another reason why I'm taking a little break. And I think for me, one of the biggest reasons why I'm taking a little burnout break from The Sims is because of overall interest in creativity. I do think eventually, even with all of the game packs, and I own every single freaking one, you just kind of lose stuff to do. It gets kind of monotonous, especially when the game is breaking constantly. There's only so much building you can do. There's only so much little things you can do each time. And I've been playing this game for now over a year, nonstop on stream. I am constantly having to make content for it. And because of that, I've sort of lost my creativity and momentum for it, which is okay. I feel like that's a natural thing that happens in anything that you do. When you do it too much, you eventually go, okay, I'm a little bored, girl. What's next? And that's why I think some of it has to do with the new releases and game packs. I keep going back, hoping to be reinvigorated and have this new sense of yes, this is it. This is my time, girls. And I'm not feeling it, I tried to do a rags to riches fairy run with a fairy, and I did it in 3 hours on stream, and I was like, I'm bored. And I think part of that has to do with my ADHD and constantly needing to be engaged, right? I am not the girly pop, and there are so many creators that I love who are, one of my besties, Pixarella. If you don't know Pixarella, please go see her. She creates these beautiful, massive storylines that are insane, and I love them. I'm not that girl. I'm creative and I like to cause chaos, but I am not someone who's able to write these storylines out. And so I really do think for me, I need just more to do. I actually really love the Strangerville pack because I was actually completing something and doing something. I don't feel there's enough challenge and reward for the current mechanics in the game for whatever you're doing. I just want to be able to actually have challenges that make the game unique and exciting for me and make me want to play more. And I'm not feeling that. I think most of the time what I have to do is create my own challenges in order to feel something. Let me feel something, girls. I'm dead inside, basically, is what I'm saying. But ultimately, I need just something a little more to want to drive me to play the game that is just in the game naturally without me having to create it. I feel like I'm rambling at this point, but these are sort of a myriad of all the different things that are eating up my time in The Sims. However, I do love The Sims. I think there is a beautiful community, even though I kind of about them a little bit. I think that the Sims team works extremely hard, and I do think the game is engaging and fun. I think what we need now is actual time to sit down and say, we need to stop releasing so much content and fix the content that's already there. I think that's the first step. Once that starts to happen, I'm back into the game. Second, I think, is looking overall at everything that's happening in The Sims and say, what can we do to make things better, more creative, just overall, more more fun for our community. I think the older games like Sims 2 had that core value of like chaos and fun and just off the walls insanity that really made Sims what it is. And I feel Sims 4 has come to like a watered down version of that. And I want to get back to what Sims 2 was. The stark differences between the two games is insane. And I really think Sims 4 getting back to the root of like what Sims 2 and Sims 3 was is going to make things 10 times better. Overall, I'm not leaving The Sims, okay? I'm too addicted to it. I love drowning people in pools. I love getting people pregnant, not as a man, but I love sleeping with other people and getting pregnant and having the kid. And I love the chaos, okay? There's no game in the world where I can, you know, build a house and then at the same time, 2 hours later, kill someone in that house or trap them in a dungeon or cause absolute chaos or just have a regular storyline. Like those are the best parts of The Sims that I love, and I'll never go away from that, and I'll never stop making content around it. But boy, am I burnt out right now, and I think a lot of us are too. So I'd like to know your thoughts. Are you burnt out from The Sims? What are you feeling? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? I want to know, girls. I want to know exactly what you're feeling because I also think it's important for the community to talk about it. Now, we have to do it in a respectful way. It is okay to disagree with me or to disagree with others or to agree with me, but let's do it respectfully. It's all right. I'm telling you, this is something in the world that we can disagree on. So let's talk about it. And above all else, Sewell, keep simming, and maybe I'll see you soon in The Sims. I don't know. Maybe they'll fix some things. EA, if you're listening, I'm here, babes. Call me anytime. Thanks for watching.